Hi, this is Kim from Made by Mommy, and today I'm going to teach you how to make the bead ladder bracelet using an Alpha Loom if you have it, or I'm going to show you how to do it in the style of the Alpha Loom using a regular rainbow loom. I'm making this bracelet using Rainbow Loom original bands. I'm going to only put beads on every other position, so I'll only need 10 beads. If you want to make this version with the beads tighter together, you would need about 20 beads. So to start this bracelet, take a regular Rainbow Loom band, double it over, and stretch it across 3 pegs if you're using the Alpha Loom. Only 2 pegs if you're using the Rainbow Loom. You'll see the Alpha Loom pegs are a little bit closer together than the Rainbow Loom pegs. The next loom bands you're going to place are going to go straight across 2 pegs, whichever loom you have. 1 doubled over band to start and 2 bands straight across. And for either loom, your next step is going to be bringing that connector band up and over like that on the Alpha Loom, like that on the regular Rainbow Loom. Push these bands down and add another 2 bands straight across. Now for the Alpha Loom, I can take my comb and use that to bring the loops up and over. Push down. For the Rainbow Loom, I can't hook both rubber bands at once, so that means I have to do them one at a time in all 4 positions. And this is where the Alpha Loom excels, is in the speed of looping all of those bands. And now we want to take one of our beads and put a rubber band through the center of it. I like to match the color of the bead to my rubber band. And then stretch that across 2 pegs, or the same thing on your Alpha Loom. Except for your Alpha Loom, you won't have this big gap to work with, again, because the pegs are so tight across. So you're gonna bring that band around the front like that. So now we're at the same place on both of these looms, and we're going to add 2 more of our border color, and you're welcome to alternate these colors. You'll see in this version of the bracelet I use 3 different colors of rubber bands randomly throughout to create sort of a natural appearance. In this one I did a pattern consistent with the beads, pink, blue, and then purple bands. And this one I did solid black. So it's up to you. You can do it any way you like. But for our example here, we're just going to stick with 1 color to keep it simple. So I've added now a 2nd band on top of the band that has the bead here on my Alpha Loom, and the same here on my Rainbow Loom. And then I'm going to take this bead and pull it up and over to the center so that it is in between the 2 rows. And I'm going to do the same here, up and over on both pegs. And we're up to the same step on both looms now. You'll see the bead is in the center. And for the Alpha Loom, we can use our comb to catch both rubber bands at once and bring them up and over, and then to push the whole structure down. With the Rainbow Loom, we can't catch both at once, so we need to do them all one at a time using our regular hook. Push that down. And because on this one we want our bead to be in every other position like I did for this bracelet instead of every one like this one, we're going to add our loom band here without doing one of the connector bands with the bead first. If you want a bead in every position, you would add one of those before. And again, loop over. You can do 2 at once with the Alpha Loom. With the Rainbow Loom, you do 1 at a time. Push it all down. And then we want to add our next bead, sliding a rubber band through the center of the bead and then stretching it across like that for the Alpha Loom, like that for the Rainbow Loom, and add 2 more bands in your border color. And again, now you want to bring that bead up and over before you connect the borders. Push down and add another row. And you just continue like this until you have the length that you want. And the great thing about working with the Alpha Loom or with the Rainbow Loom in this position is that you could make your bracelet any length you want. You're not limited by the 13 pegs. And just keep repeating those same steps over and over again until the bracelet is a length that is comfortable to wear. I've just placed my 10th and final bead because that makes a bracelet that's long enough for me to wear. I pull my bead up and over, just like before, and then catch the 2 bands on the bottom and bring them up and over on both sides. Slide that down and then move the bands over so that they share the same peg. And now I'm going to add 1 more rubber band on top. Bring the 2 bands up and over the new one. And then I'm going to take both sides of the single band, and this is where I'm going to attach my C-clip. So I stretch those 2 loops, put the hook on, and you're ready to hook it to the original loop that's on the other side, like that. And your bracelet is ready to wear. I hope you enjoyed making a bracelet with me today. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up below. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I post a loom band video every Friday, and I have other random fun videos posted on the days in between. Bye bye!